Rocket Punch Army.
What's up everyone, it's Chachi Power here to do a review for Rocket Punch Army. Today we have the green and yellow lion by Mattel, and it's going to be a quick review because a lot of people have already done this review. We all know they're happy with it. Certain people get these for free and they say very, very nice things about them. I, however, do not get these free, so I can say whatever the hell I want, and I will. So, that being said, me being a huge fan of Voltron, obviously this or these releases have been exciting for me up until the point where I first got the Red Lion. I did my review, I told you guys what I thought about it, etc., etc. But they continue to come, and they only slightly fix the issues previous. And what I mean by slightly, I mean like the overall finishes, which is something that they should be taking care of in the first place. But I got this guy, the yellow lion, a little while back. Not too bad. You know, after having the red lion for a little while, it was a nice change of pace to have, you know, a bigger lion. Of course, nothing wrong with having a bigger lion. The lion looked nice. The legs are a little bit more posable in the back. You can actually get this kind of stance in the back. Feels a little more solid than the red lion, in my opinion. Let's go over this quick. So yeah, here he is. You got the neck ratchets, you got the mouth ratchets, you have the legs here that ratchet, you got the toes, and the legs back here. Then you got the articulation and tail. So we've got the articulation out of the way. Again, this is going to be quick, which is why I'm sort of just running right through it, because I do want to get to the juicy details, which is me complaining about this stuff. So I don't have the key. You'll see I just opened it with my finger, which is alright. Oh, there we go. Now I gotta do it again. Alright, so you get Hunk with this release. Here's Hunk. Little, I'm not gonna say weird looking, it's fine, but loose legs. I mean, this is right out of the box. Like, I don't play with this at all. So loose legs. Again, the knees barely bend, but they bend a lot more the other way. So it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so again, if you're watching this for me to praise these figures, I will do that. I will give them some praise, but I'm gonna mostly just complain about the stuff that I don't like, because as a gigantic, ridiculously huge Voltron fan, I have a lot of stuff that I don't like about these. Alright, so here we got Hunk's head. It's alright, I guess. I mean, they definitely could be better, seeing as these are $15 figures. These should be like those $8.99, maybe $9.99 kind of figures, but for 15 bucks, this should be a hell of a lot better. Like the what do you call it? The shoulders here are dirty. Okay, the plastic looks dirty, as if this has been played with. You got crooked interior stickers. You got some of them are not even pushed down all the way. You'll see there in the corner. There's overspray, and this is all stuff that's fine and dandy on you know, a kid's toy, which technically this is, except this is catered for collectors. But as we all know, these are pretty much made to be kids' toys. Just very, very expensive ones, and ones that seem to be pissing off all adult collectors, like me. So you get the same stupid gimmicks that all the other lines have, like, you know, you get the feet that go in, and then obviously the release of the legs. I'm not even going to bother to do the front. It's just stupid. Get the head that goes up. That's really only to transform into the leg here, the foot. Again, it pops open with the button. Take a look at the back here where the black lion leg will go in. And as Adam said in the Collection DX review, it looks rather flimsy in there. I don't know really where it's going to attach to. I do see the button here, so it's probably somewhere down here, but again, I don't know. Looks a little strange, and I don't know. They could have done something better back here. Paint apps, at least on mine, are not too bad, except you see bunch of scratching right here. You see that little round dot? That's actually a blob of glue that fell, and apparently a bunch of other blobs fell on here, and the factory person decided, instead of just grabbing another body off the pile, they just went ahead and spent time scratching this off. To which Adam had said, well, you know, I spoke to him the other day after doing the Collection DX show with them. We were speaking a little bit about the quality of these, and he said that just goes to show how limited the run is, that they can't really just put any of these aside and grab another one. Like, these are just, they made just enough. I mean, they're you know, and their response at Toy Fair about any other releases, it just goes to show that just their response to Josh's question about coming out with other Voltron toys, they cannot wait to just end this whole Voltron thing, I think. And it kind of shows in the way these releases are handled. Okay, so again, if you want to see praises and all the people saying, ooh, this is so freaking awesome, watch other videos. And yeah, of course I'm suggesting you watch other videos if that's what you want. If you want the honest truth from a huge Voltron / Go Lion fan, then you'll see it right here. And believe me, I do have some praises when we get to the end, but I do want to go through all the issues these things have. So here's the newest one, which is the Green Lion. This just came in today. All right. Again, I had spoken to Adam. He gave me a sneak preview the night before, I believe, of his Green Lion, and he gave me his thoughts. He said right off the bat, and I agree. Right out of the box, it kind of felt a little sturdier than the Red Lion. I mean, overall, this is basically a Red Lion, just green. Different molds, but you know, it's another arm lion. So all the same things that the Red Lion had, all the issues are still there. The not even issues, just design. Issues would be like, you know, something that falls apart easily, but as far as design, it's the same thing. The legs here, you know, just fold up to form the arm. Let's just do that real quick, because I do want to show you something. Alright, we got it into the arm. Put the tail in here to just get the full effect. Alright, so here's the arm. Alright, now this is what I don't like. You just... the other one popped out. But like, sometimes you just tap it. Like, of course it's not doing it on camera now, because I'm showing you guys, but it does pop out rather easily. I mean, check that out. Like, the slightest touch, you'll see my finger doesn't even bend. It doesn't even bend back. I'm not applying a lot of force. And see, the front one just popped off. Everything's popping out. Look at that. So this is going to be the arm of Voltron, and it's just going to pop out everywhere. Now, the thing I would do, and it's the thing, like, I like taking stuff apart. That's really what I'm trying to spit out here. I like taking stuff apart, and I wouldn't mind taking this apart and getting rid of the damn springs that do all these stupid, idiotic mechanism tricks. But lo and behold, they've gone ahead and plugged these up, which is normally a good thing. I mean, you want to plug up screw holes just so it looks nice. And okay, that should be a praise, and it is. They've covered the plugs. But they're glued in. You can't really get to the screws. You can't get rid of all the mechanisms, because I would totally love to modify this to work. You know, you get these, like, useless legs in the back. You can't even do, like, a sitting position like you could with the older ones, the older die-cast ones, like, because it's just spring-loaded. And I think that's the most idiotic thing ever. You know, and, yeah, like, really, come on. So, what else can I show you that hasn't been shown already? You know, you got the head on the ratchet thing. You know, and I'm going to get to this in a second, because this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And you get the ratchet there with the elbow, and I'm not even going to bother doing it more than once that I just showed you, because this is actually painted. As Adam came to find out from in one of the Collection DX reviews, is that if you move this enough, the ratchets, they're painted, paint comes right off and it'll expose the green plastic underneath. Alright, so I don't know why they couldn't just mold this out of this same plastic. They went through all the trouble of matching the color. Why not just mold it out of that plastic? I don't know. You got the ratchet in the mouth, which is nice. I do want to say the ratchets do feel very nice on these figures. But I'm not going to get to the praising yet. Let's just make fun of these for as long as we can here on video. So next, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So of course this has the whole pilot feature also, but guess what? You don't need the key for this one. No, you simply, and I'm not even talking about sticking your nail in there, just simply push up on this. Boom, open. What the hell is the point of having that? Like, really, guys? I'm not even trying to make this look bad. It's just looking bad. So like, if you hold it from here and just try and pick it up, freaking cockpit opens, defeating the whole purpose of having the key feature. So in other words, they went through the trouble of designing the whole key feature here and just added engineering, added expense. Instead of putting that into just making a better figure, they've gone ahead and just wasted time. And the whole thing with the figures, you know, I think you guys enjoy the whole figure thing. I don't need these figures to go into a Lion. Again, if this is for an adult collector, we're past the whole, like, you know, stick figures in the compartments, unless it's true to scale. You know, like some Star Wars play sets, the AT-AT they made gigantic. They didn't make like one guy sit in the middle of the AT-AT. They made the AT-AT big enough, or the AT-AT, whatever you want to call it, the Star Wars thing. They made it big enough so it's sort of scale, like the figures are really small inside, but they've done nothing of the sort. If you watch Voltron, you'll know that Pidge should really just be like a little thing like that. And I wouldn't mind having like a little tiny PVC figure that goes into the head. That would have done wonders for the way I feel about this. But no, we get stuck with a, well, he's not 3 3/4 inches, but he's 3 3/4 inch scale. And I'll get to him in a second. But they do this whole thing where it's not even scale. So like an adult collector, you know, like I said, we're past that whole like imaginary thing where we can have fun with stuff being shoved in the back of something. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. The gimmick sucks. Okay, the doors don't even open up evenly. You'll see that this one stays here because it's hit in the arm. So you know, and because of this feature, you don't have the numbers on the Lions. So it's just really weird. And again, this one the stickers are applied straight, which is cool. But some of them aren't pushed down in the corners. They're doing these really quick, I think. I don't know. The paint, though, on the inside is nicely done. The paint, like I said, this seems to have cleared up a lot of the issues the other ones were having. I don't have any glue droppings anywhere. You know, I don't have a really messy cockpit. It seems a little bit firmer, aside from this floppy cockpit compartment, whatever you want to call it. The only paint issues I did see is just chipping down here right out of the box. You know, as I'm taking it out of the box, I noticed that, so it's not something I did. But yeah, you get the chipping there, and then you got some green paint on the corner. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. And I'm noticing also, you can tell, that might not even be paint. That just might be the paint worn through to the green plastic. But the lower jaw is actually green. If you look in here, you'll see the white doesn't reach all the way down, and you see kind of green plastic. So that means that these ratchets here, after a while, this is going to start turning green from use. So that's one of the things to look into. And yeah, let's just get to the figure now, because I'm looking at this and I don't know. I guess, you know, I'm used to the whole Panache Place Voltron figures, so to me this is like worlds ahead. But again, I was speaking to Adam about this the other day, and he did point out that the helmet doesn't quite go onto his head all the way. You know what? And through all this craziness of me trying to get this review to you guys, I forgot to show you the box. Let me get it right here. You notice this is one of my most professional reviews. Kind of not really feeling the whole review thing on this figure, which is why I kind of skipped the yellow. But that's the box, okay? So it comes in this standard white box. I know I'm jumping around in this video, guys. I apologize, but I just remembered something. We're going to pull this out. See if I can get this out real quick. Of course it's wedged in there. But I'll be right back on video. I could just edit this, but I won't. Okay, so here is the box that it comes in, and the head is in there. It's a stupid head. I'm not even going to take it out of the box. Just looks like a little girl, just like it does. It probably looks more like a girl as a figure than he does in the cartoon. I do like that they did the foil Voltron, which is nice. I think the graphics look pretty plain, like someone just rushed through them, you know, which is still not a big deal. I mean, look, there's nothing on the side here, nothing. The back, it looks like an 80s toy, which I guess is good. It's either 80s looking because it's very plain and cheesy, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So take a look at Pidge here. Looks cool with the helmet. So then what's the problem with the figure? Look at the difference. Like, the helmet touches the glasses up here and doesn't touch on the figure at all. So completely different. And you'll see right here in the corner shows the key, which I left in the box. I think it's stupid. Pidge fits inside the Green Lion. I would hope so. Pidge pilots the Green Lion, blah blah blah. Now here's another thing, and I don't know if it's because they changed the what do you call it, the order of which these things were released. I don't know, but they started us off with the hilt, or whatever you call that, the handle of the sword, then the little cover thing, and then the other piece here. No, this piece, no, not that's the one that's missing. They gave us this one, so we're missing this piece, so you can't even like build the sword as you go along. So like you started to, and then with this release you can't build it. So it doesn't make any sense. And another thing, in case you guys didn't know, when this was up, I don't know if it was during pre-order or when they mentioned it to go on pre-order, before it went on pre-order, they had mentioned that the sword was actually going to have a light-up feature. And I don't know if it was after the pre-orders went up, all of a sudden that feature of the figure like was erased from the description. So like they pulled a fast one on us, guys, really. It was supposed to have a light-up feature, and it looks like it would. There's some clear plastic pieces running through various parts, and there's like some metal contacts, and of course they got rid of it. Now, unless this piece that's missing, they're going to leave that last because that's the actual light-up feature. Maybe they don't want us to have the light-up feature until we have the whole thing. I don't know what's going on, but Adam and I were talking about the same exact thing, and he mentioned not to give Matty Collector that much credit, which I kind of agree. You know, again, I was very excited for this release, and I still am. Like I said, I'm going to get to the praise any moment now. Toy Fair before this was actually out, the previous Toy Fair, when this was really just a rumor, or they just announced that they were going to do it, we spoke to them and they said, don't worry, we have Voltron fanatics behind the design and everything. And apparently they were not fanatics, they were just people that happened to see the show a couple of times as kids, because they have no clue what's going on, they didn't know the characters' names, stuff like that. That's just, from me watching videos, I realized that. So, you know, but again, it's a 23, 24-inch Voltron, 2-foot tall Voltron. That's all I care about, and that's all I want. I'm not going to be transforming this once I put it together. I'm not going to be taking it apart, and Pidge decided to just give up there. So that's really all I care about, is just having the big Voltron. So, but I mean, really, if they're going to go that far, they could have made this so much better. Like, in other words, if I was behind this, you guys, I would guarantee you guys a great figure. You know, if they came up to me and said, "Look, we have to cut the budget or whatever," I said, "All right, get rid of this stupid ass gimmick, and then you can have money for something else, like more opposable legs." You know what I mean? Like, out of all the people designing this, no one said, "Hey, that might be the stupidest gimmick on the planet." Every kid wants to form Voltron; they don't want to form lions. So, like, the whole gimmick is pointless. But all right. So the praise. So let me bring Yellow Lion back, because I do want to praise these. They are actually overall very good looking. I mean, that's something I'm not going to say that they're not. I'm not going to say they are ugly. I'm not going to say they are badly proportioned, although that's totally subjective. Some people want anime style proportions, but I like the fact that these are in between the old die-cast type proportions and the animation. The only thing that does bug me a little bit is the design of the legs. They're very angular, and they were never like that in the cartoon, but it still looks good. They did manage to keep, you know, some of the panel lining that you would see on the older toys, which is cool. This doesn't go up, but again, because of the pilot inside. So a lot of things could have been done better, but they look good. The plastic, although it looks like kitty toy plastic, is a very durable plastic. I think I can actually probably step on these and not break them, you know. So quality wise, they're really good. Kids seem to love these toys. I mean, my daughter goes crazy over these, which is good, I guess. I can let her mess with them if she wants to. But so yeah, so you'll see I'm kind of like in the middle. I have a lot of complaints, but yet I don't regret signing up for the prescription. I don't know what made me say prescription, but subscription. So yeah, we got 2 more to go, and I'm sure I'm going to complain about Blue Lion, and I hope to God they get Black Lion good. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff with this, guys. It's really hot in this room, which is making me a little more aggravated than I should be. But I do like them, okay? And I know that's confusing because I complain about them, but that's the thing. When you really want something bad and they don't get it right, then you tend to want to badmouth it. You know what I mean? Like, your expectations are so high, and when you finally get the end result, and I'm kind of noticing a touch up there. Yeah, they totally just touched up this corner with like a brush or something. But yeah, so the expectations were really high. You can tell Mattel doesn't give a crap. They just want to get these out and get it out of the way and move on and do their whole He-Man thing and Ghostbusters, whatever it is that they do. And hopefully they give up the freaking license, because I know Bandai for sure, and I've heard this from Bandai's mouth, guys, that they want to make a die-cast Go Lion figure on their Soul of Chogokin line or some type of line. They do want to do something. So hopefully Mattel freaking gives up the damn license so they can go ahead and do that. So that's going to be it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to rant and rave, or you know, even let me know what you do like about them. If you do have them, if you don't want to get them, you can post why. Just have fun with the comments, guys, because people read them, you know, and yeah, that's what makes YouTube fun. So leave comments, and yeah, hopefully when I put all these guys together, I'll have much better things to say. But I don't know. I guess I still like them. I still like you guys. Don't worry. I still like you. But that's going to be it for now, guys. And stay tuned for more. Bye.